Hey guys, what's up, Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a Gold Paladin deck profile. So this is the Liberator build with Prominence core. I've been playing around with this deck and it's pretty consistent. The effect is not hard to get off at all, and this deck is very fun to play. Although it's yeah, there's some text in here to fight against the current meta decks, but I feel like this deck has lots of potential, and it's a pretty solid deck. So let's get right into the deck profile. So first out, for the starting Vanguard, we run Spring Breeze Messenger because he is the best starting Vanguard for Gold Paladins, in my opinion. So there we go. Spring Breeze Messenger. For Great 3s, we run 4 Prominence Core because Prominence Core is the main boss of the deck. So for those who don't know his skill, it's when this card's in Legion and you superior call a card from the deck that has the same name as a card in your Vanguard circle, this card gets +1, +3000, and +1 crit. So basically, if you look at the top when you superior call and you call a Prominence Core or the other guy, the grade 2, I forgot his name, you can superior call it, and then this card gets +3k. Or I mean, when they are superior called, it gets +3k and +1 crit. You can't normally call them and still have the effect go off because that would be too easy. So yeah, there you go. His second skill is Count +1. Retire one of your units, and then you can look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and then superior call one, and then put the rest at the bottom of your deck. So why this card is good is even if you have a full field, you can still use his effect and try to get his extra critical and 3000 power. So yeah, this card the effect is not hard to get off at all. There are times where I actually get it off like twice in one turn. Very rarely do I not get it off. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just not hard at all. Next, I run 3 Parshiv. I don't know how to pronounce it. Parshivu. Pashivaru. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, basically he is, when this card legions, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, top 3, and then top 4 cards of your deck, and then you can superior call one to superior call one, basically. He's good because get some free +1s while if you don't have this guy. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, and it costs no counterblast, so you can just use it. And I tech in 1 Monarch Secretary Alfred for all the Dark Link Joker builds out there, especially Dark Zodiac, because once you get Omega locked, he can constantly loop it for a good couple of turns. So it's pretty important to have Alfred. Though if you don't draw into it, it's fine because there's other ways to play around it, but it's just much easier to do it. And since you have so much soul in this deck now, since you do run legions, you can have a bunch of Curve Blade Liberators, and then just use a skill, put them back to the top deck, and then draw a bunch. So you can plus quite a lot from Alfred. Although it does cost 3 counterblast, which is quite expensive, but that is fine. Alright, so next we run the Legion Mate for Prominence Core and Parushievu. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but whatever. So yeah, this guy, he is a very good card. When this card's called, you can kind of +1 to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and then after that, you may superior call 1. So, his name is Aglovale. Right. So basically, he helps the deck because if you have one of these in hand and you have this on the field, you can just call it, count +1, look at top 3, call 1, and then if you don't have one, then if you don't have another one of these, then that's too bad. But a lot of times you can, because a lot of times what happens is I use his effect, sack one of these, call it, extra counterblast open, counterblast him, sack one of these, and then he gets +2 crit. And then my opponent's like, oh, well, I was not prepared for that, so it's quite nice. Of course, it's a really stacky deck, but then Gold Paladins have always been pretty stacky, so not too big of a problem. So, yeah. Next, I run 4 12k attackers because why not? However, I don't run the other guy because he eats up way too much counterblast. So, yeah. Next, I run 3 of this. When you Legion, while this card's on the field, you can look top 3 cards of your deck and then Superior Call 1. Superior Call 1 to open rear guard circle. I believe it's open. Let me double check, but usually I just call it to open one because by the time you Legion, you're probably, like, the first time you Legion, you're probably going to have an open rear guard circle, so it's not too big of a problem. It's a really good card because a lot of times you can fill up your field with it. I actually want to run 4, but I'm probably just going to keep at 3 because I do want to run the 12k attackers to make 22k columns with my Brunos. So yeah, so this is called to open regard circle, so you can't re-Legion and then, you know, hopefully call into something not a thingy. Next I run Josephus. For Josephus, he is pretty key in the deck. He gives you a lot of pluses, so he is the next best thing to get if you don't get one of these when you use his effect. And then I run the second chance guy. Basically, if you Superior Call him, you can put this card into Soul. Look at it. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, I believe. Top 3. Yeah, and then you can Superior Call 1 from there. So basically, you get a second chance. So if you don't get Prominence Core or Aggro Veil, you can, and you get this, you can just put in a Soul and hope that you get a Aggro Veil or Prominence Core because he does help. I haven't used his effect too much, but he does help in the events that I don't get these guys. So I'll put those there. 3 of those. Next I'm on 3 Bruno. Grade 1 space is really tight, so I sort of wanted to run 4 Bruno and then 2 of these, but I feel like 3 of these would be much more useful. If I ran 2 of these, I might as well not run them, so decided to run 3 of these and 3 Brunos. And then next I run 4 Perfect Guards. I don't run Quintet Walls because I just don't really like them in this particular build. I don't want to mill my Aggro Veils or Prominence Cores into the drop zone. So yeah, also counterblast is kind of an issue. So I'm just going to run 4 Quintet Walls. For the triggers, I run 8 crit, 4 draw, and 4 heal. So it's a pretty self-explanatory trigger lineup. I tried running 12 crit, but this deck doesn't generate advantage early enough to compete with other decks that don't get extra crits. No, sorry, that came out wrong. So basically this deck just doesn't here because predation dragons are a thing now. You minus faster than you can Superior Call, so it's nice to have draw triggers to replenish your field when you get devastated, because the only real ways that you plus are these, maybe this, but not most of the time. If you're not playing against Link Joker, you won't really ride into him, and these. So if Predation Dragons get rid of these guys, or at least get rid of these guys, you lose a huge way to gain advantage, which is why I'm still running the draw triggers. But yeah, so basically the meta is a little bit different now. You see a lot more Kagero decks out, and you know, Liberators are seeing a bit more play, at least in Hong Kong. I'm not sure about Japan. So yeah, this is pretty much it for my build. It's working pretty well for me, and it's a lot of fun. I really recommend playing this deck. It's not too expensive to build, so I definitely recommend it. Anyway, this is Kartaku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!